fellow entrepreneurs, Adam Dukes here, and in this video we're going to talk about Twitter growth. So I'm going to show you some stats on my Twitter account. I've been testing out some things, and I didn't actually start till about March 10th. But I wanted to record this video because I can show you results from December, January, February, and then some changes I made in March that has kind of skyrocketed my growth. 247% growth from February to March. In April, looks like it's going to surpass that. So we're going to talk about how I did that, what metric I'm tracking that's making the biggest difference. A couple other guys were talking about it a few weeks ago, so I tried it, and it obviously is working. But if you're not using Twitter, I highly, highly recommend it. It's a platform that I got started with in 2009. Not for business purposes. It was purely personal reasons or personal stuff, you know. And then about a year and a half ago, I started getting more involved with it, and just I have a lot of fun with it. There is a lot of young people on there, a lot of people that inspire me. There's some kids that are 17, 18, 19, doing some really, really cool things, bucking the trend of millennial or whatever, Gen Z, X, W, 3-7, whatever the hell they're called nowadays. Some really cool stuff, really inspiring stuff. They're teaching this old dog new tricks. 38 years old. I've been in the online marketing space for almost 10 years now, and I'm learning from some of these younger people. I'm learning, of course, from some of the older people. It's certainly humbling me, some of these people, but some of these guys are on there. Some gals too. Been using it on Twitter for a month or two, and they're already up into the $1,000 selling their own digital courses, selling their own affiliate marketing courses, or they're an affiliate for other courses. It's like I said, it's very, very inspiring. It's an excellent place to grow a list. I'm going to record another video on how to grow a list using Twitter. But from what I can tell, it is the best social media channel to grow a list, to drive an insane amount of traffic, whether that's to your website, to your blog, to your e-commerce store, to your podcast, to your YouTube channel. I've talked about it many times before. My YouTube channel, 35% of all my traffic comes from Twitter. So over a third of it, I get more traffic from Twitter, I think, than YouTube, if I remember correctly. So it's really powerful. And why that is on Facebook, if you share a link on a Facebook post, Facebook restricts your reach, you know. So if you did a text post, let's say 10% of your audience would see it. If you share a link, it's going to be like 2%, 2 to 4%, I think it's usually. So they drastically, because they want to keep you on the platform, Facebook does. Twitter, from what I've seen, I don't know if they restrict it. They certainly don't restrict it as much as Facebook, if they restrict it at all. But you can share links, and how the feed works so damn fast, you can leverage that to your benefit. You can share multiple links, whether, again, to blog posts, to sales pages, to landing pages, to YouTube videos, to podcasts, to whatever the hell you want, and you can share multiple links throughout the day just because the feed moves so fast, and you can reshare those same links over and over. I'm going to show you a piece of software that I use. I retweet the same tweet 20 times, and you would be surprised how many people didn't see it the first 19 times and will like it, reshare it. Oh, I never thought of that. And I'm like, I've been posting this since November, you know, it's April now, but they hadn't seen it, you know. That's just the nature of the beast with Twitter, because the feed moves so damn fast. A lot of people have a lot of followers, so it just, they don't see it, you know. So a tweet, I think it's 17 minutes. It has a shelf life of 17 minutes. So don't worry about over promoting the same links. Again, sales page, email, YouTube videos, whatever it is. You can promote as many links as you want. I'm going to dive into the stats here, and I'm going to show you some of my stats and the KPI, the key performance indicator, that I've been keeping an eye on and making a conscious effort to improve. And it's not going to come as a shock, being a social media channel. So let me switch over my screen here. So I created this spreadsheet probably 6 months ago, I think. I'm a nerd with the spreadsheets. I like tracking. You cannot improve what you don't measure. I say that all the time on this channel, in my emails, in my tweets. So it's very, very important. So I track it. So I have all of last year, 2019, all up here. We're just going to focus on 2020, and I kind of made the text, I increased the size of the font. So here I track how many tweets I tweet out in a month. So you might be thinking 430, holy shit. I understand that. But again, I'm going to show you a software that automates a lot of my tweeting. And then I do tweets per day just to kind of see where I'm at, you know. So that's just basically this number divided by the number of days in the month. As you can see, 31 up here. Also, there's this spreadsheet, there's this template, this exact template down below. There's no opt-in, there's no email, there's no Facebook Messenger. Click the link, it'll open up in a Google Sheets. All you have to do is click File, make a copy, and then make a copy and save it in your Google Drive, and then you can use this as well. Next is impressions. I'll show you where I grab all this information as well. Profile visits, mentions, new followers, replies, that's replying to other people's tweets, the reply rate, and then the engagement rate. So as you can see, I pulled on my followers. So in December, I generated, gained 84 new followers, January 39, February 55. So over the last 3 months, I've averaged right about 60 followers. And as you can see, new followers in March, like I said, I started about March 10th, this new thing. And if you're looking at the numbers, the one number probably sticks out here. I generated 195 followers. So I almost 4 times that. 247.2% is the actual percentage. But 55, 3.5 times that. Reply rate. So as you can see before, my reply rate, replying to people's tweets, like listening with 2 ears, instead of just talking, I was just kind of sharing my links, talking. I wasn't doing much listening. Or I was doing some listening, I should say, about 20% of the time. So 1 out of every 5 tweets, I was replying to someone. Like I said, around March 10th, I changed that. Like I said, a few people were talking about it. So now, as you can see, for the month of March, half of my tweets were replies. Now, obviously, I doubled my tweets, so that definitely plays into effect. But if you notice the difference, the double, like I said, half of those tweets were replies. So that is the big so-called secret to the Twitter growth that I've seen. I also had a guy share a tweet of mine on March 31st. Some reason the stats didn't register on March, and they didn't register in April either. It's really weird. But I gained like 750 followers in about a 24-hour period, just from one retweet. And I think I generated 54 leads. I'll try to do a screenshot. 54 leads in like a 24-hour period. Again, from just one retweet. 54 leads, 750 new followers. And what's cool about those 750 new followers, like I said, now they don't have their email address. I got 50 of them, but those 750 people are now in my ecosystem. They're going to be seeing my content over and over, links to sales pages, YouTube videos. They might be watching this YouTube video right now. Links to landing pages. That's the power of Twitter. So if you're not using it, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So what you do is you log into Twitter and you go over to more. Here's where I get the stats from. Go over to analytics. This is one of the coolest features about Twitter is the stats that they give you. Here's the tweet that got shared out where I gained, like I said, about 750. So it gained 35,000 impressions because he's got a pretty good following, a pretty decent sized following. So here's where I get my numbers here. 143, how many impressions, how many mentions, how many profile visits, and then how many followers. And then I just plug that into the spreadsheet here. I just manually do it. I do it a couple times a month just to kind of look at things to make sure to see where I'm at. So you can adjust the dates here. So we'll go to March and the engagement rate is here. Here's the link clicks as you can see. So in March, I drove 503 links. And as you can see, I really didn't promote much for whatever reason towards the beginning of March. Didn't have much with links in it. And then kind of in mid-March, like the 20 range, March 18th, St. Patrick's Day, I look at 0 link clicks. But these last couple of days, this last week, I've really noticed the power of promoting content with links to it. And as you can see, generating about 40 link clicks a day. Again, this is completely free. And I don't have a big following. I just crossed over 3,000 people. But as you can see, 500 free link clicks to my website, to my YouTube channel, to my landing page. Most of it's to landing pages. I'm trying to build a list. A lot of it's, of course, to the YouTube videos as well. And then at the bottom here is the replies. This is the 446. So as you can see, it was right around, like I said, March 10th is when I really started picking up the replies, and that has led to the, like I said, 272% growth, or 247, whatever that number was, in the last 30 days. And technically, I didn't really start it till, like I said, the 10th of March. So I really have about 3 weeks. So I imagine April's numbers are going to be much even significantly different than February and even March as well. So this is the automated tool that I use. It's called Hypefury. I just started using it probably 2 months ago, I think, but I didn't start really using it till about a month ago. And it is really, really powerful. So what you can do is schedule tweets right here. It's really slick, real simple. But what is really cool is you can go over here. I'll just open this up in a new tab. You go to settings and you can set a schedule. So I think I have about 12 tweets per day, 12 times. And you can obviously change this if you want to add every day at a certain time. If you want to add weekdays, weekends, Monday, Tuesday, whatever it is, and then you just click add and it adds here. If you don't want for this, like I don't want 9:38 Thursday morning, I just exit out and it deletes that one. Why that's cool is they have this other feature over here on the left-hand side called evergreen posts. Now, typically this is going to be your better performing tweets, and you can set this up, if it has 5 likes, 3 retweets, put it into evergreen. If it has 20 likes and 10 retweets, or whatever, you set the numbers, and then you add them into the evergreen post. And how you do that is most of mine. So if I'm doing up a new tweet, check out this video. So if I'm writing a new tweet here, I would click this star and it would add to my evergreen posts. And what those evergreen posts are, again, if they're good performing, or you want to put good performing tweets in there for the whole social proof, and then that's going to plug in throughout your schedule. So your scheduled tweets are going to be tweets that have already performed well, and that social proof is going to help with more likes, comments, and shares, just like it works on Facebook. So that's the really cool part about the evergreen posts composer, and then you can look at the history here and go through, and you can schedule retweets if you want to do it once. You can schedule it multiple times. What I don't like on the scheduling, it's you can only do it every day. I've used other tools where you can schedule it, every 3 days, every 6 days, every 4 days, on Mondays, on Fridays. This one, it's every day at 10:10 or whatever time you want, 10:18. 6:08, whatever it is, and then you just set that when you want it to quit, 20 here, so retweet 16 times. That's the one part that I don't like. I wish they could change that, but other than that, it's a slick tool. Like I said, once you get the evergreen post, it's basically building a library of successful tweets, and over time, obviously, your library is going to be much bigger, and it can plug in throughout on your schedule. And you can add to this schedule. You can, if you wanted to do it 20 times a day, if you wanted to, probably you could do it 50 times a day. If you wanted to, you could certainly plug that in. Like I said, I have about 12 right now, but this Hypefury, I think it's $14, $15 a month. There will be a link down below. You get a free trial for 14 days. Try it out. See if you like it. If you don't like it, don't pay for it. That's as simple as that. But it saved me an insane amount of time. And this evergreen post, it just makes life much easier by plugging in, like I said, already successful tweets to reuse them over and over. So that is kind of how I grew Twitter. That's the secret that I've discovered. Like I said, I got started on the platform 11 years ago now, and I finally discovered that it's all about listening. Imagine that on a social media channel. So if you're using Twitter, reply to people. Make it, here's one more tip actually. Let me go real quick that I got from a buddy of mine. And I have lists. Actually, I have one list. So click lists. And then I have BAMF, Badass Motherfucking Tweeters. And then you can build a list of people that I like their other entrepreneurs. And it's just kind of a curated of just these, I think it's 31, 32, 37 people in their tweets. So I can just log in, go into the lists here, and then kind of go through and comment, like, share, things like that. It just makes it a lot easier because on my normal home feed, I have a couple relatives on there. I follow a lot of sports accounts, a couple athletes. So it's not all like entrepreneur stuff. So that's kind of what this list function is for, is to switch over and to kind of segment certain people. Like I could do all the sports people that I follow, all the ESPN broadcasters or whatever, all the athletes. You can create multiple lists. But having that list is really nice to just go through. And what's really cool is you don't have to necessarily follow the person to add them to your list. So you can minimize your normal news feed timeline, whatever you want to call it, so you're not following 10,000 people, because you can create those lists in there. But that's been really, really helpful. So that's it for now. Like I said, create Twitter lists if you're on Twitter, and then also reply to people. Amazing. Like I said, the social media aspect of a social media channel is the listening part, and that's actually what actually works. So hey, if you like this types of stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that little bell notification, because I release videos twice a week for your viewing pleasure. Also, I put together a free training. I'll put up some screen shares of a free funnel that's called Foolproof Profit. So you can check it out down below, totaldads.com/start. What this is helping you get your affiliate marketing business up and running before your head hits the pillow tonight. So you have 24/7 leads and sales. Like I said, I'll put up some screenshots of people. It's completely free. It's a completely free training. There is an upgrade option for $19 to speed up the process. That's what these screenshots are. That's what these people are investing in, Now that I'm getting more traffic to the funnel because I have a bigger following on Twitter, or that surge of following, now more people are opting in, more people are starting to purchase, and I'm waking up to, as you can see, screenshots of cashola. So check that out, totaldads.com/start. As always, if you have comments, questions, or concerns, please drop them in the comments down below. I'll do my absolute best to answer them. If I can't answer them, I'll try to find someone who can, or point you in the right direction, the right resource, something to help you solve that problem. As always, thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it.